Well, g'day everyone, welcome back to another episode. We are finally out on the road after months of planning, designing and building our dream Land Cruiser. Strap in for this one as we uncover some of the best free camps as we make our way west. We have a date to be in Busselton by Christmas and we've got some Ks to cover. This first camp is no exception as we roll into Bottle Bend just outside of Mildura. Strap in, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe and enjoy our videos as we donate 10% of our revenue to charity. Thank you so much to all of you that watch the ads. It really does help us out. Well, good morning. Cracking little camp here at Bottle Bend we're at, just upstream of Mildura on the banks of the Murray River. Beautiful quiet night last night, just what we've been hanging for. We're finally back on the road and travelling and out doing what we love to do. And we've actually stayed at this spot before. Last time we travelled back across the Nullarbor in the opposite direction. This time we're heading west though. A Bottle Bend here is, it's a free camp and it's nice and close to the highway. It's really convenient if you're travelling through. It's really well set up too. They've actually done a few upgrades since we were here last time and there's some good little gravel roads to make the access a bit easier, especially in the wet conditions. Do make sure you check if there's been any wet weather recently. You might have trouble getting in here, but cracking little spot. If you enjoy camping on the rivers like we do, this is one of the best ones that we've come across for a long time. We've got a couple of weeks to get across to WA before Christmas, so it's going to be a bit of a quicker trip than we originally planned, but we had a few delays. The fit out on the Land Cruiser is almost complete. It's more finished, but it's not finished. But it's finished enough that we're heading out and using it. That's the main thing. It has gotten mighty chilly. The last few days have been stifling hot. We've been dealing with high 30s and low 40s during the day. We actually ran the air conditioner while we were driving yesterday just to make sure that the van wasn't too hot when we got to camp. And this morning we're all in jumpers. We're just going for a walk, stretch the legs before we get in the car, and then we'll duck back to camp, pack up, which won't take too long, and get out of here. We'll hit the road.
I'm an absolute numpty. I accidentally left the GoPro recording in the gum tree. So yeah, we're just heading back to Bottle Bend to go retrieve our GoPro. Whoops. Oh my God. I'm such a numpty. I left this GoPro. It's just been filming for 20 minutes and we've had to go chuck a Yui on the highway through a winery, come back and get it. So take two, let's leave, but with all our cameras.
Back on the highway, cruising along through Outback, Victoria now. We cross the border as we come across Mildura there. We're just following this other caravan, an older Supreme, and I think old mate's pretty keen for us to overtake. He keeps pulling over and putting his indicator on and slowing down, but he's just picking some horrible places. I really don't think you should do it. I don't think you should encourage anyone to overtake. Let them be the judge of where it's safe to overtake and where it's not, whether they really want to overtake and where they don't. I don't like this encouraging people to overtake. That's a big reason we recommend having a UHF in your car and carrying a UHF, so you can communicate and let people, other road users, caravanners, trucks and that, know what your intentions are and what you're sort of wanting to do. But yeah, I don't think you should be slowing down, pulling off the fog line, putting your indicator on and trying to get people to overtake you. I get that he's probably just doing it out of courtesy, which is great, but I think it's dangerous, to be honest. A couple of the places he's done it, there's absolutely no way, I know, even with my new cruiser, there's no way I'd be able to get around him safely where he was trying to get me to overtake. So yeah, look, just I think the best thing you can do is just maintain your speed, stay in your lane, and just be predictable, and then people will have the confidence to overtake you when and where it suits them.
So what Simon's not telling you is that we're totally slipstreaming at the moment and using them as a windbreak to save fuel and economy. Alright, is anyone else's husband like this? So we're driving along and there's heaps of emus out in the wheat crops. And Simon goes, yeah, this is where we pulled over on the side of the road and took photos of them on the way to Uluru like 5 years ago. He's like, I'm pretty sure it was just along here. So Simon can remember where we pulled over on the side of the road to look at emus 5 years ago, but can't remember like where he put that thing 2 minutes ago or what he's done with this. His memory for places is just insane. I have, you know, people say, oh, you know, travel with kids when the kids are older so they remember it. I'm like, I did it and I don't remember it. But I remember a lot of other useless things. But yeah, Simon's got a cracking memory for places that you've been before, and he can just drive somewhere and then navigate his way back there anytime, anywhere. Like if we took a sidetrack or if there was a campsite up, he'd be like, yeah, it's just past here. I'm like, how do you know that? He's like, I just know, I've been there before. Mate, I can drive the same road 20 times and still not know which way to go.
But then if I meet someone new, they tell me their name in 3 seconds, I've forgotten it, or that's if I even remembered it to start with. So yeah, I can remember useless stuff, rarely remember stuff that's actually handy to know. No mate, this is where you can't go any further than here with fruit and veg, so we're going to jump in the van and have some lunch and some morning tea, whatever you want to call it. Plenty of warnings for the quarantine, so and there's a good rest area here and bins to get rid of it properly, so yeah, you really can't stuff it up, but just something to be aware of when you're crossing into South Australia, and in a few days when we cross into WA, we'll have to do it again. You can't carry fruit, veg, plants, honey, a heap of stuff. But jump on the website and check out whatever the latest is, because it does sometimes change and each state is different and depends where you're coming from. It's all a little bit complicated, but I know for one thing you don't want to get caught doing the wrong thing, because the fines are significant, and yes, they do check, and yes, they do fine people. We've heard of it happening. It hasn't happened to us, thank goodness, but yeah, do the right thing. It's not hard.
Yeah, so just trying to use up all the last of our fresh ingredients that we're not allowed to take into the South Australian border, so it's a bit of a picnic lunch. Road trip essential style.
Yeah, Arvo session. The kids get to watch a couple of shows now for the last couple of hours. They've done pretty well, so rig up the old iPad.
People asked us how we were going to go with the iPad being right next to our ears. We've connected the iPad speakers to the car speakers and just faded it right to the back, and that seems to work pretty good. Ideally, they'd have headphones, but I'm not sure if I can get 2 headphones connected to the one iPad. Let me know if there's a way to do it. That would be amazing. Thank you very much in advance if you know how to do that. We've got to get fuel in Renmark.
Yep.
That's the plan. Fuel in Renmark, and then we'll make a plan from there. Which campsite we head to tonight. Simon's pretty keen to do a big day today, so we'll just play it by ear. Got a few options up our sleeves. Honestly, we don't plan that far in advance. We just look at wiki camps. Simon did do a bit of trip planning last night and looked at the wind direction for crossing the Nullarbor, because you do want to be going with the wind, whichever way you're coming from, whether you're coming from West Australia or the eastern states. That makes such a huge difference to your fuel economy. So there is a weather window where the wind will be with us, so we're going to aim for that, but we'll just keep an eye on the weather. We're just using the Fuel Map app to find the cheapest fuel in Renmark, so we can fuel up and we don't pay more for fuel than we need to. If you have just dumped all your veggies and fruit and veg, there is a major supermarket, there's a Woolies in Renmark, so you can top up there if you need to.
Alright, fueled up. Yeah. I use the Fuel Map app for finding fuel, but I also run it as our logbook for how much fuel we use in Ks we do and everything like that. That stint was 600 Ks almost exactly for 25 litres per 100. That's a bit of ouch. That's what happens when you buy a V8 Cruiser, I suppose. And we were punching into the wind for a lot of it. Pretty mixed conditions, but yeah, 25, ouchies. It's a bit worse than the old 20s we used to get, or high teens we used to get in the Ranger. But this was way more fun. It'd be interesting to see. It definitely needs a tune, and I think from what I've heard, tuning will probably help with the fuel economy as well. But yeah, anyway, let's just keep driving and not think about that anymore. We're just saying, we really like South Australia. There's something about it, just especially out this part of South Australia, this eastern part. There's just, I don't know, a lot of nice little towns. They seem to preserve the heritage quite well in its sort of tasteful way. And yeah, you got the Murray River, obviously. And then if you watched our stuff before, you know we will love the Flinders Ranges. So we've just come up with a bit of a plan. We'd written off going up to the Flinders on this trip because we figured it was going to be... Hang on, I'll wait till Google finishes telling me where to go. We'd sort of written off going to the Flinders Ranges this trip because we thought, well, it's December. It's not probably the best time of year. It's going to be too hot. But the heat wave that we've been experiencing the last few days seems to have passed. And I just had a look at the forecast and it's not meant to get above 30 for the next few days. We might sneak up to the Flinders for a couple of nights. Just do a bit of a quick stop, but to a part of the Flinders that we've never been to before that's been on our list for a very long time. We've been wanting to get here for a couple of years, so really excited to show you where we're heading, and hopefully we'll be able to unhitch the van, do a little bit of four-wheel driving and stretch the legs of the Cruiser and see how she goes with all the mods we've done, so pretty excited for that.
I'm so bloody excited about this. I love the Flinders Ranges. I remember like 4 years ago when Simon first took me there, I was like, why are we spending our 2 weeks of holidays going out to the scrub? Let's go somewhere coastal. And we went to the Flinders Ranges and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then, well, of course, a couple of years ago we went together with the caravan, with the family. It was just amazing. And it's always on my bucket list. When people will say to you, oh, what are your favourite places? The Flinders Ranges always makes the cut, always. If you said to me I could transport you anywhere in the world, I'd probably head to the Flinders. So this has me so excited, and like Simon said, I totally thought it was a write-off being December and 40 plus degrees that we've been having. Yeah, it's not the kind of place you'd go during that kind of weather, but this is it's just the perfect weather window, like it was meant to be, like the universe is finally aligned for us, and we're going to the Flinders Ranges, baby! Ah! So excited.
We're just going to shoot tonight for a little free camp, just up in a little ghost town actually, just up the road here. We'll show you that when we get there. But yeah, pretty pumped to be heading up to the Flinders for even just for a couple of nights.
This is why I bloody love the Outback. The clay has turned to that beautiful pink clay that you get, and then the saltbush is just this beautiful silver splattering across the landscape, and then there's just these gum trees dotted through it. It looks so beautiful, and just the cloud cover at the moment giving it this cool vibe. Bloody love it out here. Please just trust me and just get yourself out here. It will change you. And even if it's not for you, you'll appreciate what you do love more. I feel like with every kilometre that we get closer to the Flinders, it just gets better and better. And in the distance, you can just see the ranges forming, and they're just shadows at the moment, but it's like, ooh, it's gonna be good. Touch window, Harrison.
Oh, didn't see that one.
What just happened?
Just annihilated it.
Where did it come from? The other side of the
Come
road?
off the other side of the road.
Just hit an emu.
Just hit an emu, mate. Oh, I feel terrible. Didn't even see him. I was looking at the two on the left and... No, it was a big one, mate.
Did he run into the van?
Fucking oath he did. Just smacked right into the van.
I heard it.
I'm trying to find something to pull over, but I can't. Fucking blood and emu shit.
Oh.
wow. He just hit right there and just went under.
Did the tyres go over it?
Yeah. Oh, that makes me, I hate that feeling.
Did he miss?
Just missed. Nearly hit a kangaroo now, boys. Oh, that was close. Flicked his tail with the bull bar, but yeah, he got away. He was still on his feet. Oh, in the greasy wet, coming down the hill, doing about 100. There was not much I could do there. He was lucky he was quick.
You know what? That's
No one else
exactly
here?
how it was. Why is it so funny?
So we pulled up to camp for the night. So there's just a sign that says caravans, RVs welcome. It's a big paddock, couple of campsites on gravel, or there's a large grassy area over here. There's like an old church or something built out of stone just behind me, and the township is just over here, so you can go check that out in the morning. So it's about 12 degrees here at the moment, which, you know, it's December. I don't know what's going on with Australia's weather at the moment, but it's yeah, a little drizzly. So we're going to go inside, cook dinner, rest, and then yeah, make our way to the Flinders Ranges tomorrow. It's been a massive day in the car. Everyone's a bit tired. Everyone's a bit like, oh, it was a big day. Are those the birds that kept you up all night, Dara?
They kept me awake a little bit last night. Living with 2 galahs, and there's about 1,000 of them out here. Or 3 galahs, sorry. Going for a quick walk this morning before we hit the road. It is, I don't know if you can hear me over the glass. It's ridiculous. Anyway, it's like 14 degrees this morning. It's ridiculously cold. So where we are is Terowie, which is actually a bit of a ghost town. There's not much here that's still operating, but some really cool old buildings. So we're just gonna go for a walk around this morning, have a look at some of the old buildings, and then jump in the car and start making our way north.
Can we eat them?
Look at these mushroom lamps.
Yummy, yummy mushroom.
I think they've just made them themselves though. They're just these cool bowls that they've placed on top of old glasses that have got frosting on them. Morning, we're on the move. So we've just been on Wikicamps, had a look at where the nearest available water is, and we've strategically all had showers this morning. I've done a load of dishes and put the washing machine on, which we're trialing. We've had a few people tell us you can actually run your washing machine while you're traveling, so we're going to give that a crack today. Yeah, then we're going to top up on water in Peterborough and then head into the Flinders. So
I think
happy
it's
days.
Peterborough.
Peterborough? What did I say?
There's no S in it.
Oh, we're going to head into Peterborough and then make our way into the Flinders. Feeling fresh. How you feeling, Duh?
Yeah, pretty good, eh? A couple of good nights sleep. A couple of big drive days, but I think we've done about 1,000 Ks in the last couple of days, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty fresh. It's good. How's the old bushel sign here in town? Have a go.
Bus Hills. Harrison. Bus Hills.
Bloody traffic.
Oh, traffic in there. Terowie. I think I called it the wrong name yesterday.
What, the town?
Yeah. Yeah.
Terowie or Terowie?
Terowie?
I don't know, someone tell us.
Someone tell us. Look at that. Oh, the emu's pretty cool. All right, Petersburg. What a cracking little spot to stop. So there's a dump point, there's potable water and a toilet block all together. The water tap and the dump point are separate. And the town's got like a food works, a hardware shop, and a few other things that you can stop in and get if you need it. Let's go check out. I just walked in. My artwork's just come off the wall, which is the first time in like 2.5 years that one of my artworks has come off the wall. Let's go check how the running the washing machine went. No water, no leaks. Happy days. So, and it's turned itself off, which is awesome. Let me just double check I didn't turn the inverter off. No, the inverter's still on. So yeah, the washing machine has turned itself off once it's finished and isn't leaking and has run a load of washing. Happy days. All right, I'm going to turn the inverter off and I'm going to duck across the supermarket, grab some fruit and veg for our trip, but not too much because we're then heading to WA in a couple of days and we'll have to get rid of it all. So yeah, I'm just going to be strategic about how many days we're going to spend in the Flinders and only buy enough what we actually need. Which is weird for us because normally when we stock up properly. Mama's been shopping. Welcome to South Australia, honey. West Ends.
You thirsty, doll?
Yeah, just getting through the arvo. Just travelling with kids, you know. Road trip essential.
Oh, we've just been caught out. We just turned onto the dirt. There was a few sprinkles of rain and now the heavens have just opened up. It is absolutely puking down. There is lightning all around us and we're now on a dirt road. So I'm in four-wheel drive. We're just crawling along at about 40k an hour. There's no opportunity for us to turn around. So we're just gonna have to just keep going and either find somewhere to turn around or wait it out. It looks like, I just had a look at the radar, it looks like it's passing. And it's going to pass over us pretty quickly. So yeah, wow. Welcome to summer in Outback, South Australia. It's 17 degrees and puking down rain. Look, there goes Skip. He's soaking wet.
There you go. Skip
You can't see him.
Wow. Hectic. Well, we're going to have to leave it there, guys. Join us next week as we journey through the Bentleby Ranges, uncover some incredible bush camping, and lock in the hubs and get our 76 Cruiser out onto the four-wheel drive tracks. See you next Sunday, guys.
Is it the Bentleby Ranges or the Flinders Ranges?
Well, it's part of the Flinders.
Is the Bentleby part of the Flinders?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, didn't know that. What are you doing?
You recording?
Yeah.
I think someone forgot to tell South Australia that it was summertime. It's mid-December. Bloody flannel trackies are on. It's like 15 degrees. It's ridiculous. Alright, that's all I got.
Show us your legs. Ooh.
Oh dear. The things that keep you entertained in a caravan, eh?